Eliminate expectations. I was talking to my mom earlier today, and I had brought up like how, having expectations for how our life should be going can really like hinder our growth and cause so much unneeded stress and anxiety and disappointment, and it's something that I had to reflect on and something I've seen, where, whenever I had like a certain expectation of how this situation should go or where I should be in my life or the direction I should be moving, and those things weren't happening, it left me feeling so like empty, just like, oh man, like what's going on? Like I just can't catch a break, yada yada yada. And looking back on those moments when I was really like, holding those high expectations for how my life should go, looking back on those moments now where things weren't going necessarily exactly how I wanted them to go, I see how I had to go through those specific moments to get to where I am now. And I think it brings me back to that saying, let go and let God. Whatever you believe in, whatever your faith is, you have to really let go of expectations and the picture, this perfect picture of how you think everything should be going in your life, and understand that our job is not to focus on all the intricate details and how everything needs to look. Our job is just to focus on each and every day, each and every moment. I am trying to just take the next right step. I'm trying to make the most out of this moment that I have because I'm exactly where I need to be with everything that I need, right? And that's a very hard thing to grasp, especially when you're going through very difficult moments, right? And like I was saying, like I remember when I was going through some of the toughest moments of my life, and all I could think about was, I shouldn't be here. Why am I going through this? Like I thought by 22, 23, I'd be doing 20, 21, 22, I'd be doing totally different things and I'd be in a different state and all that stuff. And, it can really be incredibly painful in those moments, and you can feel, just lost. But I look back and I'm like, well, if I didn't go through each and every one of those moments, I would not be sitting here where I am today, where I feel a lot more clear-minded. I feel like I'm more aligned with, the direction and my purpose in life. But I realized I had to go through all those moments where I didn't know, I was lost, I was confused. And so it showed me that even when things aren't going the way you think they are, you're exactly where you need to be. And that's why you have to eliminate the expectations of how things should be going, because it's just going to add more anxiety, more stress, to your journey that you don't need to add. And so I really just think it's just a healthy thing to just take a step back, look at your life and say, okay, listen, these are the things that are going on in my life. This is what I have in front of me. How can I make the most of this? Right? I'm in a very low place. I'm a little confused. How can I make the most of this? What can I learn from this situation? Right? Maybe I'm going through a heartbreak. I'm going through a tough time in my relationship. What can I learn from this situation? How can I make the most out of this situation? Right? And it's hard. Like we said, it's hard to do that when things are incredibly difficult and, you're just dealing with a lot. It's hard, right? And that's why you have to continuously have that inner dialogue and bring yourself back, and remind yourself that things are exactly as they're meant to be. Release the expectations. Forget the picture of how I think my life needs to be going at this specific time, and just live in this moment, right? And as you continue to just take steps each and every day, trying to make the most out of what you have now, you're going to start evolving and growing into new seasons, into new opportunities, into new phases, right? And you're going to reach points where one day you look back and you're like, wow, that heartbreak, that anxiety, that low moment, I actually had to go through that to get to where I am now. And I realized that that was happening for a reason. You know what I mean? And so all it takes is a few times of you reflecting on those moments for you to start living your life like that, to start understanding that no matter what comes my way, I am exactly where I need to be with exactly what I need, right? And so, I think just eliminating expectations, taking it day by day, trying to be as present as possible, not trying to be perfect, right? Just taking it day by day, understanding each day is going to bring you something different. You're going to feel different days, and that's okay because that's life. You're a human. And just, trust that things are working out as they're meant to work out, and you're exactly where you need to be. Just trust it. And when you put your faith in that, right, and you really take those steps, it's going to lead you to places that you could have never imagined. And you're going to be so grateful for all the struggles and adversities and heartbreaks and setbacks you went through, because you realize that all they were doing was building you up, teaching you something, giving you something that you couldn't realize in the moment for where you are now. And if you're in one of those moments right now where you have the expectations of how your life should be going and it's not going that way and things are incredibly difficult and you're feeling incredibly lost, understand that it serves a purpose and there's something in it you just can't see. And that's where the saying, let go and let God, comes in. Let go of the want to control everything. Let go of the expectations of how things should be going. Let go of this perfect picture of how you have everything going in your life. Let go of all that and let God work in the back end, because you have no idea what the universe is doing while you're just continuing to take it one day at a time, one moment at a time, right? And you just continue to take those steps. You're going to keep growing. You're going to keep evolving. You're going to keep flourishing. You're going to keep learning, and you're going to keep experiencing. So, yeah, I just wanted to chop it up about that because I know, talking to my mom today, it helped me a lot just to hear her perspective on it and to have that conversation with her. And I thought, I think it's something that, a lot of us deal with, a lot of us struggle with, especially in this life where, you're really trying to become the best version of yourself. So it's natural to have, expectations and, high standards for how you want your life to go and things like that. But just understand that you're exactly where you need to be. And everything's going to work out exactly how it's meant to work out. You just stay open, keep taking it day by day, step by step, stay positive, right? And trust, have faith, believe. And one day you're going to look back and see how everything was working in your favor when you couldn't even see it. So